in two places on my screen.
Yeah, because I've got it going on the computer. Anyway, here we go. You about ready?
Yes.
I'm going to plug you in. It seems fine. Ready? Ish?
Okay.
Stop talking until I do the. We're going live, okay?
Okay.
When we start. Hopefully. All right. Thanks for your patience. You heard a whole bunch of songs. I ended up putting Zoom on my phone. My computer won't stop hissing. And I think the next click will bring up Rose. Rose, are you there?
I'm just barely here after waiting through all of that difficulty.
I'm so sorry, but you're live now.
Oh boy.
I would take more credit for that difficulty, but I really can't say I get a lot. If any blame goes, it's again to Stoa the cat. But for some reason, the computer won't stop hissing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pat myself on the back as I take a deep breath because I thought, hey, why don't I do it from the phone? So here we are, folks. This is 96.9 FM, KMRD LP, Madrid, New Mexico. Correct, Rose Provan?
Ah, yes. I hope they can hear you.
No, they can.
I thought.
They can, I can tell. Right? Say more. Talk. What's your name? Now where'd you go? What's your name, you?
Oh.
Hello?
Well, I'm here.
Yeah. Why don't you say your name? Who are you? Hello. Hi. With whom am I speaking? Hello. You hear me now, or did I lose you?
Well, you're not talking to me, are you? Are you talking
Absolutely.
to me?
There's no one else here. I'm not that crazy. I've been talking to you for.
I thought you were
I've been trying to get you to test your volume for 3 minutes.
I thought you were talking to the computer. Anyway,
I know. The things I would say to the computer are, I'm cutting you off only because I have a joke. The things that I would say to this computer right now are not FCC compliant. Anyway, hi, with whom am I speaking?
You're speaking with Rose Provan, who plays the character of Grandma.
That's right. And they can see Grandma Speaks already in some of the Jules Works Follies on the Jules Works Follies YouTube page. And we're building our subscribers. We're at 4. Maybe in a day or two, we'll be at 6, 7, 8. It's JULESWORKS Follies. And we're building subscribers because we already have clips. We have full shows and short clips from many of the over 20 performers, such as Rose Provan Gramma. And we are going to do our first live stream in less than a week from yesterday, this Sunday, December 27th. I got it right, correct, Rose?
Yes, indeed.
There's a miracle. That's
2 days after Christmas, as a belated present.
Something I've done right today is I got the date and day of the week. It's a miracle. 3 o'clock Mountain Time. And that means if they watch 3 o'clock Mountain Time on YouTube Live, Jules Works Follies YouTube page, well, assuming my computer stops hissing, that's another issue. I don't want to air hissing. I guess I could just do this whole thing off this phone, probably. Anyway, boy, do I have a lot to do this week. Anyway, amongst the short snippets they'll see what are they going to see, Rose, from you?
They'll see Grandma, who is now pretending that she is the Queen of England. And I think my timing is pretty bad because the virus is going all over England now, particularly in London. It's mutated and is very bad. But since I'm just pretending to be in England, I think I'll be all right.
Well, she don't got it, right? She hasn't. Boris got it, but she didn't, right?
Right. She's not going to get it. I think they will protect her down to the last man
and woman. Yes. Now, what does Grandma think about? So Grandma was right. And those of you that did get a chance to see either of the Jules Works Follies 64 election relief release, they were not fully un-election contented. But anyway, Rose, Grandma, English, good here. Me speak well. Yes. English learn. Anyway, Spanish is easier. I wish I could just speak Spanish. Anyway,
Spanish
what
is
it,
not so good.
mine is, but yeah, I think my Spanish is better than my English at this point. By the way, Stanley does not look fully like he does behind me now because he got a somewhat professional half grooming yesterday, with more coming this evening. Rory, of the a friend and current manager of the Jean Cocteau Cinema, knows how to shave pets enough with his own, and was bold enough to take on getting some of the clumps off King Stanley, and is getting more. Yeah.
You and I could stand a little hair grooming also, but I guess he doesn't do that.
Well, you want to share clippers with Stanley and his cats? Yeah, well, my face actually was partly, I groomed this. I had that where I said, this is my Thanksgiving, I'm going to eat and be respectful to my lady friend, shave where the food gets cut, but otherwise lazy quarantines, and urged anyone seeing the post to go ahead and mimic that. But it was also part of my wacky uncle look from the Paraguay show.
You definitely have to be a wacky uncle.
I did, and then I just haven't got around. I obviously still can't figure out how to live stream yet, and now I have a hissing computer, so my facial hair is not my top priority. And as far as this hair, it's winter.
Well, I have a question about my appearance on the 27th. Should I wear my tiara or not wear my tiara?
Well, if anybody listening wants to answer, please call 473-9696. 473-9696. If you call, Rose will talk while I talk to you on the phone. It won't go over air. I'll remind me in a minute if no one calls, and I'll answer my answer. But let's see.
Oh, okay.
Should Rose Provan Gramma be wearing a tiara when her character thinks she's the queen in a live stream for YouTube that will then be saved for later viewing? 473-9696. 473-9696. And we can give away a prize. At the very least, you can watch our free live stream. Anyway,
Very generous.
yes, you can watch our free live stream if that's your prize. If you want to call and suggest whether Rose Provan should have on her tiara, 505-473-9696. This is 96.9 FM, KMRD, LP Madrid Network Show, Metaphysical Biscuit, here with Rose Provan Gramma, and they can see at Jules Works Follies now. I was saying the previous shows, and in particular, we were talking election stuff before whatever distracted me.
I predicted on the 5th of November that Trump was not going to be willing to leave the White House. And now I think he's not willing to leave the White House. That's what he's saying at any rate, except that gives Jules the mental picture of the security people coming into the bathroom where Trump is hiding and dragging him out of the White House. Now, are you imagining him with or without clothes on in the bathroom?
I feel bad enough when I think about it, him or don't click away quickly in any position. So certainly, let's maybe he won't be even wearing white golf pants. How about his gold pajamas and gold robe? That sounds about right.
Well, those tennis shorts were interesting.
Fine
look.
please never again may I see that, or anyone. That was something, huh? So what that's you were getting at what I was getting at. What does Grandma think on the 20th? What do you think? What's her prediction now?
You mean the 27th? What's happening? Are you forgetting the date again?
No. What does Grandma predict for January 20th? The day that
January 20th.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah, I don't remember what month it is.
Well, I sort of actually I was staying on the subject for once, but not changing it. But yeah. So what does Grandma think is going to happen. She predicted accurately that Biden might very well be the winner, both popular and electorally, and still that he wouldn't agree. So what does she think will happen as that carries on?
I think that if he doesn't leave the White House, he can't show up at the inauguration either. But if they pull him out of the White House, they might prop him up at some place in the inauguration stand. Although I think Biden is saying he doesn't want a lot of people there,
Right.
and that might include Mr. Trump too.
Well, a man exposed to the virus who's had it, not to mention that man is probably not on the tops of a small guest list. Would be my guess from Obama and Kamala. Thank you, Duchess Dale, for making sure. I think Kamala to pronounce it, not Kamala. Kama, like the comma. Anyway, no, I would certainly be shocked if he's at the inauguration, even if he leaves, not in handcuffs. But as far as he certainly ain't leaving, and he's not going to stop whatever it is he's been saying that I've been mostly ignoring until the 19th or 20th. But come the 20th, does Gramma have a specific prediction? Now the law states, and there seems to be nothing he can loophole, correct? He's still trying that as of the 20th, Secret Service's constitutional duty, even if they don't want to do it, is to escort him out, given that a new president who was chosen by both the popular vote and confirmed by the Electoral College. The Constitution says, unless he pulls some stuff, martial law, I don't know, that he gets escorted out. I suspect most of the people doing the escorting in that case would be happy to do it, because many of them were probably very insulted by things like calling military names. Even if it's his favorite guy, constitutionally, that dude right now is supposed to escort. What does Grandma think? Predict.
Grandma thinks that it will be a good thing if it just all goes quietly, but that does seem not what we're
No,
definitely.
I hate to say, I think that's Grandma's dream. I'm trying to fish out of Grandma an actual prediction based on current realities. That is, given current realities and everything since election, before election, and still, that is not what looks like will happen. So what, if that isn't what happens, what does she think will happen?
I predict that he won't come. He will probably send a surrogate, if he has any left, of course.
Right.
Pence will probably try to have found a different job already. Melania, since she does not want to go to Mar-a-Lago, or however you pronounce it, then she'll stay and go to the inauguration and represent the Trump family.
You think, interesting. You think she'd actually bother?
Oh, well, no, she would just stand up and smile.
Well, they don't have to go. He doesn't, it's not constitution. He doesn't have to go. He wouldn't be the first president not to attend an inauguration. They don't have to go, but
he didn't have to concede, so he didn't do that.
Is Grandma worried about offending her Trump supporting cousin? Because I'm trying to fish out of Grandma what she thinks. If he who shall not be named is still in the White House on January 20th, while there's an inauguration going on with people invited and watching, what will happen to he who shall not be named?
I think he can't still be in the White House, because all of those people who take care of the furniture of the former president and the incoming president will have to be there moving furniture around. So he actually can't be there on inauguration day. And so he won't want to go to the inauguration, since he has no real place to go. So he'll just maybe hang out in the stables? Are there stables at the White House? Some outbuilding.
There's
There must be
outbuildings.
some outbuildings at the White House.
Well, that's sort of whether I actually mean go bathroom or not. That's kind of what I was implying. Surely there's plenty of places. Rumors are not only that he could hide in the White House, but that he could tunnel to somewhere.
That's a good one. Yes.
Yeah, maybe he's got a tunnel. Maybe he's stalling. Here it is. Jules Oda's career radio nut has a theory. He knows he's lost, turkey quad 45 turkey neck McConnell. Did Pence concede? That's a serious question. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
Well, I think he does refer to Kamala.
Comma. Think comma.
Kamala.
That's what I was saying. Duchess taught me. Duchess taught me. He has been referring to her. That's what I thought. So the only person who hasn't admitted that the elections is this guy, orange Hulk poo, and I mean I think he's still. I think he's both trying to figure out if he can declare martial law or something like that. I also had the thought, what happens if, I'm sure it's never happened, but if he won't leave and declares martial law, but Biden decides he's the real president and also declares martial law because Rump and the Proud Boys are being violent. What happens if we have two martial laws?
Now that's a horrible thought.
I think they called that the first Civil War. I don't know. It's a horrible thought, but it's not completely out of reality, is it?
Oh, I think I'm needing to go back to reality at this point. Did anybody call up about my tiara?
No, but I think you should wear your tiara.
Oh, okay.
I just hope that it doesn't hiss.
No.
Not
fact,
it, but this whole.
I have it handy, but I can't leave the meeting now because the meeting didn't quite start on time. So I don't want to mess up the timing.
Yeah, see, an hour is late even by my standards.
Yep.
And good news, you got the listeners off the hook that I was going to sing some holiday karaoke songs like Lonely Jew on Christmas and other things. But since I didn't get you on, yeah. Anyway, what are Grandma's favorite holiday tunes?
Oh, well, you didn't tell me you were going to ask that. Let's see.
Well, that's why it's a live interview. Tell you what, while you think not out loud, I'll say a word or two while you're thinking. So Grandma, this is 96.9 FM, KMRD, LP, Madrid, New Mexico. We have about a half hour left of Metaphysical Biscuit here on this fine 21st of December in the year 2020 of someone's Lord. Tech woes notwithstanding, you heard an array of music that I didn't particularly do a call back on. There was Muppets and Madness and Robert Earl Kings and Crazy Cousins and good stuff. Prines. And this Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, if you do go to the Jules Rex Follies YouTube page live, you'll be able to interact via the live chat like I often do, say alone together with Hayes Carroll on Tuesdays. As I show my listeners my Hayes Carroll hat. That's and then of course the Agnostic Church of Hope and Wonder every Sunday with Todd Snyder. But anyway, the live chat will be enabled. I'll even go ahead and tell anybody listening that'll be a chance if you want to curse at Jules, because I disabled the automatic. I've already started trying to set up the live stream. I've disabled the automatic flagging of possible nasty comments for the hour or so that we'll be live streaming. I figure we can handle it. So you'd be able to type in something horrible if you wanted. More hopefully, if you are watching that live this Sunday at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, you would say nice things to the performers. And in a moment, we're going to get the answer, but I also want to say the other performers so far include, for the first time, young Luca, what last name? I don't know. Paula Martini, she uses a few last names, of Teatro Paraguas, who was the co-director of the piece I was just in. There was a wonderful write-up in the Santa Fe Reporter, by the way, last week about Teatro Paraguas, their connection to XERB.TV, Zerb TV, and how that station, locally based international station, is providing a way for all sorts, including possibly you listeners, a chance to have something live stream available at low tech fuss and low cost to none for people's XERB.TV. If you didn't read Alex DeVore's article in the Reporter, not only because he happened to throw in a shout out to Jules Works Follies because we partnered with Paraguas, it was about Paraguas, how prodigious their content is, output. And I'll conclude that little bit with saying that amongst their offerings, they are about to be launching probably today the show that Zoom aired Friday instead of a live of the annual Christmas show. They do with a video medley of some of the greatest hits in the previous, I believe, 6 or 7 years of that show, of which the last 3 or so I got to be part of. So anyway, that will be at Teatro Paraguas website, along with the poetry offerings and other that link you to xerb.tv, which is where you can, through December 31st of 2020, catch the Jules Works Folly 64th A or Z episode with Rose Provan, many Paraguas folks, music and more. Luca was in the play, he's about 15, and he's going to do something in the live stream. Mr. Jim Jones, who has been on this show live and Zoomed, it will have a piece of music. The goal is about an hour, by the way. David Tom, who was in the last few Jules Works and has been on this show, Bluegrass and Uncle DT music, Uncle DT's Barbecue, and Greg Turner, beloved musician, very different kinds of music. And then so far confirmed as far as non-musical content, Jules Otis Career Radio Nut host, Luca and Rose Provan Gramma, and probably shortly a few other pieces. So Rose Provan Gramma and the Tiara, any leak you want to give them of what might happen in the live stream as you plan it? Of course, it's live, who knows?
I think you just said you were going to say a few words.
That's not a not first.
a few more than a few, but you asked me what my favorite holiday song was.
I did.
I've always liked Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but they changed that and put it into lots of ads and things. So I guess I'll just have to stick with I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. I like upbeat and comedy kinds of songs for the holidays. Why be dreary? Although Oh Holy Night is a very pretty hymn. And I like that too, but if called upon on the radio to say something, I've said something.
There you go. I hadn't forgotten that question, but I did forget the other one I asked you. What was it? Oh, I don't forget. Anyway, thank you for the answer. We will attend to that answer towards the end of the show. So the other question was, and I apologize, 1 or 2 words became a bunch, but I decided while you were thinking to do a few announcements. Blah, blah, blah.
I think I will talk about becoming Queen of England. And yes. There's a brand new book out right now about Elizabeth, and it says that she will be the last Queen of England. And that's because the author did not consider me. So I will have to say a few campaign speeches as to why there should not be a last queen ending with Elizabeth.
Is that a true theory that they're going to disband the queen?
Well, of course, what entered my mind was
William, that's a serious question.
William would be the king, and his wife would not be the Queen of England because she is a commoner anyway, and would just be around because she's his wife and the mother of his very cute children. So last Queen of England would not be such a odd prediction because the next person would be a king.
But that wouldn't be the last, as in, like, so that person's not implying that they're gonna get rid of royalty, is my question. They just,
No, I think I haven't read the whole book. What I read was the summary that MSN was willing to tell me on my homepage. So I don't know what the whole book says, but I do think it says that the monarchy is kind of on its last legs and that no one would do as good a job as Elizabeth anyway.
Well, I did not know. I know the monarchy doesn't necessarily, quote unquote, air quotes, do anything. But I didn't know they were.
You'd be surprised what she does. She actually meets with the prime minister all the time. She gets what is called the red books, and they are summaries of everything that the government has been doing or not.
So she does do more than just wave.
Indeed.
I don't know.
And deal with the various scandals that come up.
Well, I hate to say that talking about our tech problems might be more interesting than talking about royalty of England, but at this point it might be. But back to the gold bathroom. I couldn't resist making a Facebook post that I made very low key. I didn't, and I don't type his whole name. I just I said, you know. So this you probably don't know, Rose, but people might certainly do, that the original end of Star Wars Return of the Jedi, the first made trilogy, had the Ewoks in a dance with a ridiculous song called the Nub Nub song. And for some reason, when George Lucas started reading, we were texting. Hi, why are you waving?
I really do need to go, Jules, because
I
need to call the vet. My dog is out of his pills after dinner tonight, and the pills are working pretty well. Instead of being a three-legged dog, he's been walking on all four. So the pills have really been doing some good. So I need to go and take care of that.
Well, I totally forgot what I was saying, but that's okay. One last thing, nice sweater.
And I didn't take any notes, but I'm sorry.
I don't know what I was saying, but I'm showing you have a nice sweater and I'm showing you my Christmas sweater.
Okay. And I will see you on the 27th.
Okay. And well, hopefully I'll get rid of hisses. Well, thank you. Sorry. Thank you for being patient. Rose, Grandma, any final words then?
Pardon?
Any final words?
I don't get it. Anyway, bye.
Bye. That's a final word.